Mitsubishi was founded in 1870 and started as a shipping firm. However, Mitsubishi did not start manufacturing vehicles till 1917, producing the first Mitsubishi vehicle, the Model A. Iwasaki and the manager of Komusukai at the foundation of the Mitsubishi companies in 1870. Tobias John Richards, born in Adelaide in 1850. Mitsubishi Australia has origins in Adelaide in the late 1870s when Tobias John Martin Richards established a business as blacksmith. As the coach business grew, Richards needed more space. In 1885, a new factory was opened in Mitcham, Adelaide. Tragically, while riding home with a contract to build car bodies, Richards was killed when his motorcycle crashed into an unlit tray. Tobias's brother took over full control of the company. 1920s, Claude Richards purchased a 7.5-acre site in Leader Street, Keswick, where a new factory employing 200 people and utilising the latest in production methods was established. Northeast Mitsubishi's heritage began as Chrysler dealerships with Valiant and Dodge vehicles in the mid-70s. Northeast Mitsubishi was referred as Northeast Chrysler. Northeast Mitsubishi was always ready to show their brand at numerous public events, supporting their local community. With a talented sales, service and management team, the success of Northeast Mitsubishi can only be measured by more than 20 years in operation. Northeast Mitsubishi has always been well considered and well respected.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. What changes would you like to see in the industry?
Changes. I would really like to see, and we are starting to get there, especially in the motor industry, a very it's been a very male-dominant industry previously. I'd like to see a mixed. We are seeing a lot more females joining, and we have a lot more females joining us. I'd also like the experience to be a lot more rewarding for all, because for most consumers, buying a car is their second biggest investment, so it's got to be fun. I'd also like to see changes, and we are going to see different changes with the electrical side as well.
Absolutely.
In the sense that where people haven't, if we look at technicians that haven't been paid well before, now they are going to be looking after cars that are fully electric. They would be able to run houses sustainable for about 3 days. That they finally get rewarded for the work they are doing and paid correctly in the future, because this is what they are looking after. Buying a car is their second biggest investment, so it's got to be fun.
Is there a great deal of competition between Mitsubishi dealers throughout Australia?
Yes. We all want to be number one.
Of course.
There is a sales that we all would like to win and achieve. Look, we have something that we have, something we want to be good in our area. We'd like to see we call number plates rounds. We like to see our cars we like to see Mitsubishi products that are sold in our area and sold by us. Don't get me wrong, we would like to sell them all around Australia, but more importantly, here in Adelaide, more in our north and eastern suburbs. So we like.
So what changes would you really like to see in the industry?
Look, probably, if anything, to encourage more young players in. It's something that we struggle with the industry in general, that trying to attract staff and keep good staff.
Yeah.
So try and that relates from anyone from a car washer to admin staff, salespeople. Really.
So make it a bit more of a young industry.
And young industry,
Yeah.
put a little bit more popularity back into it.
So in your opinion, Tony, how do you think COVID-19 affected North East Mitsubishi?
I'd say it's affected it in a good way.
Good.
We found, and I think like many other people in the industry, that COVID, people couldn't go on overseas holidays, so we've got some spare cash, so you know what, we were planning on upgrading the car, we'll just bring it forward.
Perfect.
And that's definitely.
So a bit of an influx in sales?
Massive influx. And you
Perfect.
can really see it from right at the time where COVID hit back in April last year.
Yeah.
You can really see the trends there.
Hey Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today in the interview. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. I've got a few questions to ask if that's all right. So first one, how long have you been with North East Mitsubishi?
So I started in May 2018 as an aftercare consultant. So I did that for about a year and a bit before I decided a position became available with finance. So I just decided to take the leap and go into finance, and that's what I'm doing now.
Amazing. And you like it?
Yeah.
So good. As finance and insurance manager, what is it in the life of that? What are your common duties?
So the sales consultant will do a deal, and after that they come through and see the aftercare consultant, and then they see myself, who helps to finalise the deal. Also goes through the options of finance in case the customer is looking to finance the vehicle. If they want insurance as well, we do offer that, and we just like to package it together to assist the customer in purchase of their vehicle and just make it a more friendly experience.
More of a seamless one.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
once worked at Northeast Mitsubishi for some years, then left. Is this correct?
I did. I was previously service manager, and I was here for close to 4 years in that role, and it was a really challenging role. It was something I enjoyed doing, and I found my service advisor at the time was coming up the ranks quite well. So I think it was time for me to move on and give the position to someone who was to serve that position, and I think I'm pretty sure he's still currently here. So, which is, makes me very proud that he's actually still in the same role, and that's another reason what made me return back to the dealership, because if we've got all these people still in their current positions and working for the company, it's got to be a good family-run organisation.
I can see why you're very proud of that.
Thank you.
Been in the automotive industry?
I have been in it for close to 35 years. Been a long time. I've looked at venturing out the industry, but I've always found myself back in it. And I've progressed myself further and further into my management position, and my previous role I enjoyed, but I found that I didn't have that ability to mentor others and develop myself in the modern technology that we actually experience in the automotive industry. So it was a great opportunity for me to come back and develop my skills.
What does your position demand from you?
Lots of demands from lots of directions, fulfilling requirements for used cars, to keeping mechanics moving and busy and getting their job done and keeping them happy as well. So lots of demands from lots of directions, really.
From your experience, you would have seen a great deal of changes in cars over the years. In your opinion, have they got better or have they got worse?
They've got different. So mechanically, they certainly have become so much more reliable. So there's a lot less mechanical concerns these days. But we've also become a lot more electronic based in the cars. A lot more infotainment systems, with Bluetooth and remote controls through Wi-Fi, and which has increased the complexity through electronics. But mechanically, not much goes wrong with them these days. They're very good.
Today we are interviewing Des Leach, customer. How are you, Des?
I'm well. Nice to meet you, thanks.
Likewise. When did you first buy your first Mitsubishi at Northeast Mitsubishi?
That would be 10 years ago, and I bought a Pajero, and I wanted to go and do some remote full driving, and looked at competitors, and the Pajero had a huge warranty, and it was about $10,000 cheaper, and I'm very pleased I went that way. So I've just come back and bought another one, as you do.
Yes, so it really suited you. Have you ever bought a different brand vehicle?
Yes, I've bought a number of brands of vehicles, so all new vehicles. So this is the first one I bought too, from Mitsubishi, and they've served me well. So I'll be looking at this brand again for the second vehicle as well.
What do you find most impressionable when you come to Northeast Mitsubishi?
I think the friendliness of the staff, and they're pretty knowledgeable too, but you just come near, it's like family. and we might be taking a bit of their time, but they chat away and they'll be young to us, and generally we get our questions answered, and it probably takes a bit longer than most, but I guess we
tried their coffees as well?
I think they're fabulous.
Today we are interviewing Damien Barty, a technician here. Welcome, Damien.
Hello.
How long have you been used car technician at Northeast Mitsubishi?
I've been at Northeast Mitsubishi since the start of my apprenticeship. I've been here 7 years.
What does a technician do?
So we diagnose, repair and service vehicles, generally Mitsubishi's being a dealership, but we do get used cars and return customers.
You enjoy the variety?
It does mix up my days a little bit rather than just doing.
Today we are interviewing Simon Matto, used car manager. Welcome, Simon.
Thank you, thank you.
How long have you been used car manager for Northeast Mitsubishi?
I've been doing that role for 8 years now, just over 8 years as a used car manager. But I have worked here for 20 years now, so I'll start off as a salesperson and obviously ventured up to the sales manager role. I've been doing that for the last 8 years.
In your opinion, how much has the quality of cars changed over the years?
Quality of cars have got better over the years. They're definitely more reliable and a lot safer too now. There's a lot more safety features, there's a lot more stuff in cars than there ever was. And yeah, the cars are easier to maintain now, there's less maintenance involved, less servicing, and in general, yeah, they're a lot more reliable.
Very much consumer friendly.
Yes, definitely suit the consumer, make them definitely safer.